What if I told you that your grades at the end of 2026 won't be decided by what happened in the first half of the year, but by what you choose to do starting today? Forget every bad grade, every unfinished study plan, every I'll start tomorrow, and every moment you doubted yourself. None of those things get to decide how your story ends. Today, we're pressing the reset button. You still have months ahead of you, and that's enough time to build habits that can completely change the way you learn. In this video, I'm not going to tell you to study for 12 hours a day or wake up at 5 in the morning. Instead, I'll share 6 science-backed rules that help you stay consistent, remember more, and finally enjoy the process of learning. They're habits that compound over time. So, if you're ready to leave the guilt behind, stop chasing perfection, and make the rest of 2026 your strongest academic chapter yet. Grab a notebook, remove every distraction, and let's begin your study reset. Reset your mindset. Before you change the way you study, you have to change the way you think. Most students believe they need more motivation, but psychology tells us something different. Motivation comes and goes, while the systems and beliefs you build are what keep you moving. So, stop telling yourself, "I'm just not a disciplined person." Every time you repeat that story, your brain starts believing it. Instead, ask yourself a better question. What would the student I want to become do today? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Every small action is a vote for your future self. And remember, one bad day doesn't erase weeks of progress unless you let it. The goal isn't to become a perfect student overnight. It's to become a student who always comes back, even after setbacks. That's the mindset that transforms not just your grades, but the way you see yourself for the rest of 2026. Set goals you can actually keep. One of the biggest reasons study plans fail isn't laziness. It's unrealistic expectations. We often tell ourselves, from tomorrow, I'll study 8 hours every single day. It sounds inspiring, but when we miss one day, we feel like we've failed and give up completely. That's called the all-or-nothing mindset, and it's one of the fastest ways to lose consistency. Instead, make your goals so realistic that it's almost impossible to skip them. Rather than aiming for hours, aim for actions. Finish one chapter, solve 20 practice questions. Review yesterday's notes. These are clear, measurable goals your brain can actually complete. Once you build consistency, increasing the workload becomes much easier. Remember, progress isn't built by occasional marathon study sessions. It's built by showing up, again and again, even on the days you don't feel like it. Small goals may look ordinary today, but repeated over weeks and months, they create extraordinary results. Build a system, not a schedule. Here's a secret that top students understand. They don't depend on the perfect timetable. They depend on a system. A schedule tells you when to study. A system tells you how to study, even when life gets messy. Start every study session with a clear goal instead of opening your books and hoping motivation appears. Then replace passive reading with active recall by testing yourself without looking at your notes. It feels harder, but that's exactly why it works. Pair it with spaced repetition, reviewing information over time instead of cramming everything the night before an exam. Finally, study in focused blocks of 45 to 90 minutes, followed by a short break to let your brain recharge. This cycle helps maintain concentration without burning out. Remember, your system doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be repeatable. When your habits become automatic, you stop relying on motivation and start relying on momentum. Upgrade your brain. Most students spend hours upgrading their notes, their stationery, or their apps, but completely ignore the one thing that actually does the learning: their brain. Think of your brain as the engine behind every grade you'll earn. If the engine isn't taken care of, it doesn't matter how beautiful the car looks. The first upgrade is sleep. While you sleep, your brain strengthens memories and clears out information it doesn't need, making it easier to recall what you studied the next day. Next comes movement. Even a short walk or a quick workout increases blood flow to the brain, improving focus and concentration. Fuel your body with enough water and balanced meals, because your brain consumes a huge amount of energy. Finally, give yourself moments to rest. Your brain isn't designed to stay focused for endless hours. Recovery isn't wasted time. It's part of learning. The better you treat your brain, the better it will reward you every time you sit down to study. Protect your focus like it's gold. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water while someone keeps poking holes in the bottom. That's exactly what happens when you study with constant distractions. Every notification, every quick scroll, and every "I'll just check this for a second" quietly steals your attention. Research shows that after an interruption, it can take several minutes to fully regain deep focus. That's time you'll never get back. So before every study session, make focusing the easiest option. Put your phone on silent and out of reach. Close unnecessary tabs, and keep only the materials you need on your desk. If distractions still pop into your mind, write them down on a piece of paper and return to them after you're done studying. Remember, focus isn't about having more self-control than everyone else. It's about designing an environment where distractions have fewer chances to win. Protect your attention, because where your focus goes, your progress follows. Your 2026 Success Blueprint. Now let's bring everything together into one simple blueprint you can follow for the rest of 2026. Every Sunday, spend just 10 minutes planning your week. Decide what subjects you'll study and what specific tasks you'll complete. Every day, focus on one or two meaningful study sessions instead of trying to do everything at once. At the end of each week, ask yourself 3 questions. What worked? What didn't? What will I improve next week? This simple reflection helps you grow without guilt. And at the end of every month, don't measure yourself only by your grades. Measure yourself by the habits you've built. Did you show up more often? Did you stay consistent? Did you become a little better than last month? That's real progress. By the time December arrives, you won't just have covered more chapters. You'll have become the kind of student who keeps promises to themselves, and that's a skill that lasts far beyond 2026. Before you leave, I want you to make one promise. Not to me, but to yourself. Promise that when this video ends, you won't wait until Monday, next month, or the next semester to begin. Start today. Pick just one rule from this video and put it into action within the next hour. That's how real change begins. Not with giant leaps, but with one small decision repeated over and over again. A few months from now, you'll either look back and wish you had started today, or you'll thank yourself for taking that first step. The choice is completely yours. If you're ready to make the rest of 2026 your strongest academic chapter yet, leave it in the comments and tell me which rule you're starting with. And if this video helped you, subscribe for more science-backed study and self-improvement content. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember your future is built by what you do today, not by what happened yesterday.